Why America is hollowing out a mountain. A mountain that isn't what it seems. Pals, subscribe my channel and share video with others. From the outside, it looks ordinary. Just another rugged mountain range in America's Rockies, silent, timeless, and unshaken by centuries of storms. But hidden beneath that granite face is one of the most ambitious projects the US military has ever undertaken. Crews carve tunnels wider than highways, drill chambers the size of skyscrapers laid on their side, and build steel gates so massive they look like something out of science fiction. The mountain is not being mined, it's being transformed. America is hollowing it out, not for gold, not for oil, but for something far more valuable. Security, survival, and power. Why hollow a mountain? The answer begins with the simple physics of stone. A mountain is nature's fortress. Walls of granite thicker than any man-made concrete can resist radiation, shield against shockwaves, and even block electronic signals. During the Cold War, America realized that if its enemies could destroy its cities, the only chance of survival was to move its nerve centers inside the earth. But this time, the strategy isn't about hiding from bombs alone. Lessons from Cheyenne Mountain. Back in the 1960s, America carved out the legendary NORAD bunker inside Colorado's Cheyenne Mountain. It was a sprawling underground city with blast doors weighing 25 tons, steel springs to absorb nuclear shockwaves, and enough supplies to house 800 people for months. It became famous during the Cold War, a symbol of America's will to survive a nuclear apocalypse. But the modern mountain projects are far larger and far more secret. Engineers talk of subterranean metropolises, vast networks with data vaults, underground lakes for cooling systems, and chambers capable of hosting military operations that could last years. If Cheyenne was a bunker, these new sites are underground civilizations. War has changed. In the 20th century, war meant bombs, tanks, and soldiers. But in the 21st century, war means code. The weapon isn't always a missile. It's a virus, a hack, an invisible strike that can collapse power grids and shut down hospitals. That's why America is hollowing out mountains to protect what can't be replaced. Servers, satellites, and the AI systems that control everything from drones to nuclear submarines. Inside these mountains, there are likely the world's most secure data bunkers. Places where critical infrastructure is mirrored, guarded, and protected. If the internet fell, if the skies went dark, these facilities would keep America's brain alive. The shadow projects. But some insiders whisper of something even bigger. Why spend billions digging deeper than ever before if it's just about storage? Some believe these mountains could house weapons programs shielded from prying eyes, directed energy cannons, hypersonic missile controls, even experimental AI war systems. Others think these hollowed mountains are part of the US continuity of government program. A network of underground sanctuaries where politicians, generals, and scientists could survive disasters that wipe out everyone else. To many, it sounds like a chilling Noah's Ark, not for animals, but for the powerful few chosen to rebuild civilization. The human factor. Imagine working inside one of these fortresses. For months, you wouldn't see the sun. You'd eat in underground mess halls, sleep in barracks carved from stone, and train in tunnels echoing with the sound of boots on steel. Every worker, engineer, and soldier signs lifelong secrecy agreements. Families are told nothing. And when the blast doors shut, the outside world vanishes. Inside, the mountain becomes its own reality, a sealed world beneath the earth. It's isolation, it's survival, and it's a reminder that these fortresses aren't just physical. They're psychological weapons, projecting power without ever being seen. A future beneath the rock. The true scale of these projects remains classified. No one outside knows exactly how deep they go, or how many exist. But satellite images show suspicious construction zones near key mountains, guarded perimeters, and endless convoys of trucks carrying supplies into the hills. The message is clear. While other nations build aircraft carriers and missile silos, America is investing in something different. Something hidden. Something built to outlast any storm. Because in a world where the battlefield can be the sky, the net, or even outer space, America is betting that the safest place for its survival is inside the mountain itself. The unanswered question. But there's one question that no one can shake. Who will be allowed inside when disaster strikes? If these mountains are the vaults of survival, are they built for all Americans, or just for the select few? Are they fortresses for humanity, or fortresses for power? That's the mystery that makes these hollowed mountains so haunting. They aren't just engineering marvels, they are symbols of fear, secrecy, and the brutal choices a nation makes when preparing for the worst. Because while we look at mountains and see permanence, America looks at them and sees something else. The last place on Earth where a civilization can hide.